Jeans. We love to wear them, but it can be so frustrating to get the right fit. But today I'm going to give you some tips, pointers, and tricks to take all the guesswork out of getting the right fit in your jeans every time. Hello everyone, it's me Serena. So nice to have you with me today. Yes, my hair is looking a little bit different. It has been raining here non-stop for the past 2 days. I don't know whether to build an arc or what, but trying to straighten my hair like I usually do is a futile effort right now, so I'm just kind of letting it go. So that's why it looks a little bit crazy. But today we're going to be talking all about jeans. Now, last year I did a very comprehensive video all about jeans, and I'm going to link it up here. I'll also put a link to that video down in the description box below. I really went in depth about every aspect of jeans and which ones, are going to flatter you and that kind of thing. So I wanted to do a follow-up on that video, not quite as in depth, so if something in today's video doesn't answer your questions, please go back and watch that one. As always, everything that I'm showing in today's video will be linked down in the description, whether it's in those YouTube shopping links, which are the little pictures that pop up, or if it's further down in the description. They are all there. And I take a lot of time to create these links and to put them all down there in the description. So please open up that description box and look for the item you're looking for before you comment asking me where something is from, because it takes me literally hours to create those links and put them in the video. So please utilize those. That'll take you straight to the retailer's website and you can find out everything you need to know about those jeans. But the key to getting jeans that fit and flatter us, well, there's a few keys to it, and let's talk about it. First of all, you've got to know your body shape. I'm going to touch on this briefly. I'm not doing a whole, figure out your body shape video. I'm just going to go over the body shapes and what kind of jeans you should be wearing to flatter the shape that you have. First up is the apple body shape. And from the comments that I received from a lot of you guys, it seems like I have a lot of viewers who fall into this category of the apple body shape. And that means that you carry the bulk of your weight right around your middle. And maybe you didn't used to be that way. Maybe after menopause, your midsection expanded and that's kind of where things are clinging now. But it's where you have a thicker waist and you don't have a defined waist between your bust and your hips. It's just all kind of round. And now apple body types may or may not have thin legs. A lot of apple body shape people do, but not always. So what do you want to do if you are an apple body shape? Well, number one, you always want to go for a pair of jeans that are high rise, because nothing is worse than having a lower rise jean and having all that extra stuff spill out over the top. You don't want that. What you want is a high rise that's going to come up and get you locked and loaded in those jeans to smooth everything out. That's also going to make you appear taller if you're on the shorter side. The higher the rise, then the longer line you have from your waist down to the floor. So that's tip number one. My next tip, and this is really the most important one, and that is, as tempted as you may be to do it, do not wear super skinny jeans if you are an apple body shape, because what this is going to do, and I see this all the time, especially apple body types that do have thin legs, they think, well, oh, my legs are still thin, I want to show them off, so I'm going to wear these really skinny pants or jeans and then a big oversized shirt, to hide my apple shape. And that ends up making you look like a marshmallow on toothpicks. You're going to look very out of proportion, and it's just not going to be a good look. So what kind of jeans can you wear? Well, a straight leg style. Straight leg style is pretty universally flattering, and that's where they're just straight all the way down the leg. They don't taper in, they don't flare out. It's just a straight leg. That is going to visually lengthen you and give you that nice long line from your waist all the way down. And with straight leg jeans, depending on the inseam, you can wear them with flats, you can wear them with boots. It just depends on where they hit on you. And I'll talk more about inseam a little bit later in the video. But here I'm wearing a pair of straight leg jeans from J. Crew. These are a little bit cropped, not a lot, but I'm only 5'2". I'm 5'2" and I have a 30-inch inseam, so my legs are long for a petite person. So I'm wearing these with a pair of flats, but I could wear these with booties, I could wear these with sneakers, but they're just a nice straight leg that lengthens you and makes you look nice and lean and tall. Another type of jeans that is really good for the apple shape, but I know a lot of you just can't wrap your head around this, but it's the wide leg jeans. And why is that? Because the wide leg jeans helps to balance you out and put you in better proportion. And what wide leg jeans do, they make you look longer and leaner. I mean, look at me in these jeans. Like I said, I'm 5'2", but I put on these wide leg jeans with a little boot, and suddenly I look so much taller than I am. This can be a really good jean style for apple body shapes. Also, a boot cut jean. Boot cut jeans are fitted through the hips and thighs, but then they flare out just a bit at the bottom, and that helps to balance out your top half. Same can be said for flare style jeans. These are basically the same as a boot cut, just the flare at the bottom is wider. So these flare jeans are from Chico's. I love them. They're very slimming, they're high-waisted, and they have a nice flare at the bottom, but nothing too crazy. And then these are a boot cut pair of jeans from Quince. These are incredibly comfortable. They have a lot of stretch, and they have that flare at the bottom, but it's not as big as the flare leg, but that gives you some curves to help balance out your upper half. Next is the hourglass body shape. And the hourglass body shape is characterized by your shoulders are roughly the same width as your hips, and you have a defined waist in the middle. Based on my measurements, I fall into this category, but I am sort of slim through the hips and the rear end, but they do line up with my shoulders, and then my waist is defined. So I would be classified as an hourglass. And I can wear just about any style of jeans. Now, some look better than others because I am not very well endowed in my backside, but if you're hourglass, lucky you, you can wear just about any kind of jeans you want to, and you're going to be able to rock that style and look amazing. The next body type is the rectangle, and it is exactly what it sounds and looks like. You are pretty much the same width from your shoulders down through your hips, and you don't have much of a defined waist. You're just kind of straight up and down. And some people call this an athletic build as well. And with this body type, what you want to do is add curves. So what can add curves to a rectangle shape? Again, a boot cut is going to be great. You've got that little flare down at the bottom that gives some curve to your look, and that's why boot cut and flare jeans help me too, because I am, you know, a little bit slimmer through the hips and rear end and thighs, so having that little kick out or flare at the bottom does help to add some curve. Same with the flare jeans. Those are going to give you even more curve and just give more interest, you know, to your shape. And if you wear something with wider shoulders, you know, maybe a puff sleeve top up top or something with a little bit of shoulder pads, and then you have on these jeans that are wider at the bottom, that is going to create that hourglass silhouette and make you seem more in proportion and give you those curves that you may not have. Another jean that is good for a rectangle shaped body is the kick-out cropped jean. And yes, I know, a lot of you feel some kind of way about the ankle cropped jeans, and you don't have to comment. I've heard it all. I've heard the high waters, I've heard the floods, I've heard all of it. And they have become a very widely accepted type of jean to wear over the last several years. So I'm not sure why you let, you know, a derogatory term from 40, 50 years ago still affect what you're wearing. But anyway, the kick crop flare is another way to add some curves. These jeans are from Spanx, and they are amazing. They are a pull-on jean. They have an amazing amount of stretch. They also have tummy smoothing properties. They have a panel that's sewn in there that smooths everything out, and it has targeted sculpting in these jeans to help lift and helps make your backside look more round. And then that slight little kick out at the bottom adds some curve. This style of jean is great to wear, especially in the summertime. They look great with sneakers or sandals, especially a little heeled sandal like this. They're wonderful to wear to show off all your cute shoes. And next up, we have the pear shape body. And I think most everybody knows what a pear shape is, and that is where you carry most of your weight below your waist. So you might have a very defined waist and be small up top. Oftentimes, pear-shaped women have a small bust, and then below the waist, that's where you really carry your weight in your hips, in your thighs, and in your rear end. So what you want to wear as a pear-shaped woman is, number one rule, don't wear skinny jeans. Whatever you do, do not wear the super skinny jeans if you're a pear-shaped woman, because what that's going to do, it's going to end up making you look like an ice cream cone, because you're going to be little down here at your ankles in those skinny jeans, and then they're just going to go up like this to your hips, and that's only going to accentuate your pear shape. So what you want to wear instead is a straight leg jean. And really any kind of straight leg jean. I just wouldn't get one of the straight legs that's almost as skinny. Those are kind of coming back. I might stay away from those, but a traditional straight leg jean like these from J. Crew would be good. And a wide leg jean. Wide leg jeans are a blessing to pear-shaped women because you can snatch in your waist, because most pear-shaped women have a nice defined waist. You can pull it in, belt it, and then those wide leg jeans are just going to skim over everything else. It's going to minimize the look and the width of your hips, and that wide leg is going to conceal your wider thighs and just make you look so much more in proportion, and it's just going to gloss over all those imperfections that you may have from the waist down. You can also wear a flare style jean like these or a boot cut pair of jeans. Any of those will work because you have that flare at the bottom to help balance out your hips and upper thighs. Even a pair of barrel jeans like these can work with a pear-shaped body because these are more of a relaxed fit, so there's extra fabric that you've got going on there in the thigh area, so that can really glide over and help conceal those wider hips and thighs that pear-shaped women deal with. If you're enjoying today's video and want to see more content like this, please give it a thumbs up. That way I'll know what you're enjoying and what to create more of here on my channel. And if you haven't already, please consider hitting the red subscribe button. It's completely free, and that way you won't miss out on all my new content that I post, whether it's a video like this, a short video, or something over on the community tab. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. The next body type I want to touch on is the inverted triangle. And what is that? Well, it's just the opposite of a pear-shaped. An inverted triangle has wider shoulders, that's your widest part of your body. And then you go in. You have more narrow hips, and you usually have long, lean legs. So you're going to carry, you know, the bulk of your weight or your visual weight in the top half of your body. So it's just an inverted triangle like this. So what kind of jeans do you need to wear? Well, again, if you're an inverted triangle, you've got to avoid those skinny jeans, because that is only going to emphasize thinness of your legs and make you appear even more disproportionate. If your shoulders and your upper body is wider and thicker, and then you've got these skinny little jeans down here, you're going to look kind of like a lollipop, you know, and you don't want to look like that. So you're going to want to wear some jeans that balance you out on the bottom half. And again, which jeans are going to do that? Straight legs can help if they're, you know, more of a wide straight leg like these are here that I'm wearing. And again, the wide leg jeans. Wide leg jeans are really going to help balance out your upper half and put you more into proportion. Likewise with the flares. Flares are going to be great for you because you're already broad up top. So if you wear those flare style jeans, it's really going to give the illusion of that hourglass shape when you get those flare jeans on. And boot cut can do the same thing too. So those are the jeans that you want to look for. So one comment that I get a lot on my channel about jeans that I show is that they're too expensive. And to that, well, it's just been my experience that more expensive jeans fit better. And I know that may not be what you want to hear, but for me, it's true. Now, you might occasionally find a cheaper pair that fits good, but I always just have problems. You know, something doesn't feel right, something's sewn in crooked. But I know that if I'm going with a brand like J. Crew or Chico's, I know the jeans are going to be great quality, and I know my sizes, and I know they're going to fit me. So I'm going to help you know how better to order jeans online, because I don't know about you, but even the stores in my area that have nicer jeans, the selection is horrible. The size selection is horrible. And I can never find my sizes. So I do 95% plus of my shopping online. And I know a lot of you say, but I've got to try on my jeans. Well, just order a couple of pairs that you think might fit you, get them home, try them on, and send back the pair that you don't like. I do that all the time. And most websites have free shipping if you spend a certain amount. So it's really not that hard. You know, find your jeans, and I'm going to make some recommendations on how to measure and get your right size and your right fit. There are some things you need to know. First of all, you've got to know your measurements. You've got to know your waist. You've got to know your hips. You've got to know your inseam length. And your inseam length, that is the measurement from the inside of your thigh, right at your crotch, to the floor. Then you can go online and compare the inseam length of the jeans you're looking at to your own inseam and know if it's going to work for you. For instance, I have a 30-inch inseam. So if I see that a pair of jeans is a 30-inch inseam, then I know that I'm going to be able to wear those with a low heel or flats. And they're going to be fine. They're not going to be dragging the ground. But if I see a pair of jeans that is a 32 or a 33 or 34-inch inseam, I know that I'm going to have to either wear heels with those or get them hemmed. So look in the details on the websites, because most of these websites, like Quince, like J. Crew, they give all these measurements. They tell you the rise, which is from the crotch seam up to the top of the waistband. They tell you that. So find a pair of jeans, you like where they come on you, you know, whether it's at the belly button or above, you like where they hit, and get out your measuring tape and measure them and see what that rise says. And you can look for jeans around that rise. Same thing with inseam. If you have a pair of jeans and you love the length they are on you, they're perfect to wear with, you know, a boot with a little bit of heel or whatever, get out the tape measure and measure them and see what it says. And then look online at those measurements and see which one suits you. A lot of the retailers that I feature on my channel have tall and petite inseams, and I do that intentionally. Quince, they have a variety of inseam lengths for their jeans and their pants, so you can get a great fit in their jeans. And most of their jeans are around $50. So if you're looking for a good pair of jeans on a budget, I highly recommend Quince. Also, J. Crew. J. Crew has regular, petite, and tall inseams. You've got to look at that inseam and know what yours is, and then make a decision on which length you need. Same with Chico's. A lot of Chico's jeans come in petite and tall, but not all of them, but a lot of them do. So does Loft. Loft jeans come in regular, petite, and tall. So you've got to know these retailers that have those different lengths so you can be sure to get the right length for you. The other tip I have is read the reviews. The reviews that are out there are worth their weight in gold, because I always look through the reviews before I order something, because sometimes, you know, a pair of jeans might run small or they might run big, and you will see that in the reviews if enough people have reviewed that item. So then you can decide, you know, well, if I'm kind of in between sizes, I can go down in this pair, or I can need to go up a size in this pair. So read the reviews. They're there and they help tremendously. And now, I like my jeans to fit. I don't like my jeans to be baggy unless they're a style like a barrel jean that's made to be kind of baggy. I don't want my bootcut jeans or my straight leg jeans or whatever to be baggy. So I usually order the size that fits me is usually, if I look at the measurements, is smaller than what I actually am. So look at that too. Look at the waist and hip measurements. And if you want your jeans to fit a little bit more roomy, then, you know, look at those measurements compared to your own and see, you know, which way you should go. But they do have pretty accurate size charts on these websites, and they're there to help you. So I hope that you have found this video helpful. Remember, all the jeans and everything else that I showed you in this video will be linked down in the description below. Now, if you want to see a video all about which shoes to pair with which styles of jeans, then you're gonna wanna watch this video next. Thank you all for joining me today, and until I see you next time, have a stylish day. Bye.